Hello, here we are again, Ms.B. Pleasure to be here again with everyone. My name is Ms.B. For the benefit of those of you that are joining us on this, wow, my guest is here, so I will just get him on board to join.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but I can't see you yet.
You can't see me?
Yes, you need to turn the camera to yourself, the phone.
Okay. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
now
you
you're
can see me
upside.
now?
Yes, but you're upside down.
I'm what?
You see, you're upside down, so you have to turn the phone lens the other way.
Okay, I will turn it this way.
Yes, perfect now. You're perfect.
So we are good to go?
Yes, you're fine now.
Okay.
Just to make it steady for yourself on that side. But okay.
Yeah.
If you bring this down a little bit and then we can see your face. Yeah. Fantastic. So I can see you now. Can you see and hear
Okay.
me? You can see
Yeah,
and
I
hear
can
me.
see you.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So you beat me to join. You beat me to joining us. I was just going to do the introduction. So let me just do the introduction and then we start.
Alright.
We are lucky that. Yes.
Did I move my glasses?
No. You're fine. Before the audience, our audience haven't started arriving yet. It's fine that way.
Okay.
All right. So
Alright.
good evening, everybody. So it's here again. Be inspired, and I'm yours truly, Ms. B. It's a pleasure to have my guest with us here this evening. So for the benefit of those of you that might be joining us for the first time and listening to Be Inspired. So what is Be Inspired about? Be Inspired is about, as it says, to inspire us to also be here as a platform to give a voice to young female millennials and also to champion gender inclusion. Besides that, Be Inspired is also about providing a platform so that young millennial students and females in particular or specifically can share their career journey. In addition, Be Inspired also tries to invite professionals to share their perspectives and prospects about the potentials of this industry as well. So every week is always delightful to have a new and fresh perspective from our guests each week. So this week we have another tourism enthusiast that is going to be talking with us during this conversation. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce him. Oh, sorry, I think there's a bit of a glitch on his side, but we will still go ahead and hope for the best, really. So, who is Mr. Piriye? Sorry, he has left. I'm sure he will try to log on again. Mr. Piriye, who I call Mr.Tourism as well, as he's popularly known, grew up in Bakassi, Cameroon, the coastal area of that side, and later moved to Nigeria with his parents. He had a delayed education, and of course, he was schooled because of that by his father at home, who had taken ill. As that was after his father got better. So he got schooled at home and then passed 4 subjects in GCE. Miraculously, he passed other additional subjects and went to study physical and health education in Port Harcourt University. So please bear with me. Let me just get him back with us. Sorry?
Hello?
Sorry. Yes, I can hear you. We lost. It might be the network, so don't worry. If it happens again, just log back on and then I would more or less, get you to log in again. So don't worry.
A call was coming in. I wanted to put it on flight mode. Would it work?
Yes, it's better you put it on flight mode first before you come online.
Oh, before I come online.
Yes, put it on silent, that do not disturb, so that the calls will not come in. So you can log out again and try to put it on silent.
Okay.
Don't worry, these tech things are an issue. If
Okay,
you
so I
can
should
do
log
it,
out, eh?
yes, you can log out and do that, and then I'll be waiting. For now, we don't have any audience, so so my dear audience, bear with us. These tech things, we're all at a different level. So that's a situation of things. So like I was saying, he holds a degree in physical and health education from Port Harcourt University, and he holds a professional diploma also in journalism from the International Institute of Journalism in Abuja. He's the CEO of D Springs Travel and Tour Limited, publisher and editor-in-chief of the Pioneer Blue Economy News Magazine Online, founding honorary secretary of Yenogwa Boat Club. His profile is so extensive. It's impossible to go through everything here. I would say if you want to know more about him and his extensive roles that he plays, please check my previous posts on this platform, and you will get to see his extensive profile there. So it's delightful, it's a privilege, it's an honor to having this evening, having this conversation. So let me see if we can get him back so that we can begin this conversation immediately. So let's see. I guess he's trying to put the phone on silent so that he doesn't get disturbed during the conversation. So still be inspired, like I said, is here to inspire, to debunk all the different myths and wrong ideas that people have about this career path. So we hope with all the past episodes, we continue to create an awareness and create that understanding that this is a professional course yet to be tapped completely. And this is an amazing industry yet to be known, for all it has to offer as well. So please bear with us as we wait for my guests to begin this conversation. And I hope on my side everything is in place, housekeeping. And let's see how it goes, really. So thank you again for joining us and being here. I hope our guests will be with us any moment from now so that you don't keep hearing my boring voice. So thank you so much. And for those of you that will be listening also later, please bear with us. For those that were not aware, Be Inspired is every 2 weeks now, not weekly, so that we can come stronger and more enriched to enlighten you on many, many things still yet unknown in this industry. So please bear with us, as I said, while we wait for my guest to join us. Piriye Karayamo. I'm sure I have crucified his name. Bear with me. Thank you. So, and also if you have questions to do with tourism or comments, please share with us also in the comment section. We will be delighted to see you participate and contribute and be with us on this in this conversation as we have it this evening. So let me see. I'm trying to see if he's here with us. Not yet. I hope he doesn't have that challenge of what I have told him to do now. These techie things can really be interesting. Yeah, wait up. Let's see. Uh-oh. He hasn't been able to bear with us. Wow. I hope he comes back soon and he hasn't cut himself off. So sorry. Dear audience. Let's see how it goes. I'm just still trying to see if I find him. He's not here yet. He was just with us, but a call got in the way, so he wanted to adjust. Please, let me just pause and try to see if I can get him to see what the problem is. Because I still cannot find him. Hello, can you hear me? My guest says he's here, and I wasn't seeing him. Okay, here he is. Let's see. Hello, Piriye. I can't see you. No, I can't see you now. Okay, I can see you. So sorry. Were you able to? Were you able to adjust?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So, okay. So, welcome back.
Are you seeing me?
Yes, I can. So, I have just finished introducing you to the audience. So, let's get right into the conversation now, really. So, welcome to Be Inspired. I'm going to start first by saying, wow, how can only one of you manage to fit in all these roles that I have just read to my audience? I didn't even manage to read all the roles that you play, really. So how has it been possible? I want you to tell us, maybe like in 5 words, to be precise, share with us, how you have had or managed to fit into all these roles that you have played so far. Please share with us.
Well, the most important thing is passion. Whatever trade that you get involved without passion, you might not go too far. All these roles I play are just like my hobbies. So I get satisfaction, just like driving. Driving is very tedious to other people, but for me, it's like pastime, So journalism, I have passion for it from the start. When I came into tourism and journalism are linked together because tourism is actually a media event. It has to do with human beings. So it's fantastic. And all my life I've been a volunteer. And so I can easily play roles without being paid.
Wow, fantastic. I love that. That is really, really awesome to hear, really. Now, without any doubt, Piriye, and from the times I have known you, tourism is sort of like in your DNA, apart from this passion. It's like a blood flowing, in your veins. Please share with us on a light and, eager and note to enlighten everyone and myself also. How did you come to be called Mr.Tourism without the 6-pack muscle build? Everybody thinks of Mr.Tourism like those pageant Mr.Tourism, and everybody's expecting some 6-pack guys to appear. So how did you come about this? Please share with us.
Mr.Tourism was actually a mockery, and a mockery in the sense that everybody would say, everything about is tourism. You see tourism in everything. You see tourism in food. Everything you see tourism. Everything. Because I used to go on radio, I write about tourism, I go on radio, I go on TV, talking with my friends. Everywhere is tourism because I read a lot. I did not study tourism, but because of the love I have for tourism, I read tourism more than those who read it to pass exams. I tell people I don't read tourism to pass exams. I read tourism to understand the industry. And I'm an industry player because I have a travel agency. And I've traveled to a few places into the industry. So in Nigeria, when you talk about the highest platforms of tourism, and there, for instance, the Tourism 100 Club, that is the highest echelon of private sector tourism practitioners in Nigeria, where you have who is who in tourism.
Fantastic. Wow. That sounds amazing as well and inspiring. So having said so, let's talk about this tourism now, Piriye. There's a lot, I would say, of noise, interest, cloud over tourism. I've even heard that, the Lagos state government, there's a special tour they're organizing. I hope they tour to the places that also need, repositioning and refurbishing, so that we can reposition the industry for job creation and wealth creation as well. So that said, in your own with your vast experience and exposure across roles that you have played, does tourism, from your own perspective, across our 31 states, does it offer us any future hope? Please convince us why you think that is the case briefly.
Before I start, let me just say this.
Right.
If you look at the smallest countries in Africa,
right,
their economies thrive on tourism.
Yes.
Smallest countries, their economies thrive on tourism.
Absolutely.
Here in Nigeria, we have oil. So we have enough money to play with. So we are not looking, the way of tourism. Tourism, from the United Nations World Tourism Organization stands, is the best form of poverty alleviation all over the world. And tourism is a core industry. And so the people that need tourism, I think this most, are the developing countries. But here, because we are sort of blinded by the oil revenue, we are not looking at our natural potential. And when we talk about tourism, the two major products that attract the West to Africa are our culture and our environment. Go to Kenya, go to Zambia. It was in Zambia I heard the phrase, animals have right of way, for the first time in my life. When I was traveling from Lusaka to Livingstone. Livingstone is a city where you have the Victoria Falls, one of the 7 wonders in the world. So while on that journey, about 6 hours, we met people, police officers on the road. They were greeting us. Some were even disinfecting the vehicle that I was riding in, a Jeep. The one that our big man ride in. There is like a farm vehicle in Lusaka there. And do you know one funny thing?
No.
What we lack here is awareness. Let me give an example. From the airport, a driver picked me and was telling me about tourist sites in Zambia. And there was a particular statement he made to me that if you fail to visit Victoria Falls, don't tell anybody you visited Zambia. A driver. You know why?
Yeah.
They train their driver because they are the first point of contact with tourists, with visitors.
Yeah.
So when you get in there,
in Joburg as well.
Yes, even in Ghana, they train their driver. But here, they are very complex because, like in Ghana, it's almost, I think, their second, sector. that is contributed to their, is second highest, contributed to their national economy. But here in Nigeria, we don't even calculate how much comes in through tourism because we have the oil flowing from the Niger Delta.
So somehow you will say that is distracting us to an extent.
Distracting us, but we are endowed with potential. Africa is a mysterious continent. And mystery, when you talk about tourism, anything that creates anxiety, curiosity, it's a tourist attraction. And Africa has a lot of mysterious, forests, rivers, and what have you. But we have not, exploited them for tourism purposes. But thank God that some group of young men are coming out in Nigeria and trying to, explore.
Yeah. And showcase these places. Fantastic. Thank you so much for that. I think you can't say that enough, really. We really have untapped, sites, heritage, name it, really. Anyway, there's still a lot to talk about tonight. Let me go to my next question I was going to ask you. With all the roles you have played so far as well, from your own individual angle, how fulfilled would you say you are about the tourism impact and prospect? Is it still related to what you have said, or would you want to add something to that?
It is asking how fulfilled I am in Bayelsa State, where I started the tourism campaign. I feel fulfilled because through my campaign, the Honorable Minister for Tourism some years ago, Ms. Barrister Ade Tokumbo San, from Ondo State. I met him and appealed for him that we need a Ministry of Culture and Tourism. And he said, okay, we're going to talk to the then governor, who is now the current Minister of Petroleum, His Excellency Prince Silva. And he told me he was going to talk to him to start with a tourism bureau. And after about a month, the governor announced the tourism bureau, but the tourism bureau. And then from there appointed somebody, and then later the Ministry of Tourism was created. These are my agitation, these are my appeals in my write-ups, my articles, and today now the understanding of tourism, has improved than when I said I was a lone voice. But today now, even the media, for instance, the State Council of NUJ have created a travel writers corps through my efforts. And they also went further to create an Esikoli Visitor Information Center. That when visitors come, there are volunteer journalists that will tell them about the state, the attractions, and all them. So all these are success stories for me, for my campaign over the years. And today, I am talking to you as a senior special assistant to the governor of Bayelsa State on tourism. And when the appointment came, everyone said this is well deserved, well deserved. So this is the story of Mr.Tourism.
Wow, fantastic. So definitely it's at least to an extent fulfilling. I think you have brought me to the next question, which is Bayelsa, where you are. So for now, what for you, how can Bayelsa take on tourism? How can it tap into it? What will you say should be the focus at the moment? Please share with us.
Oh, I am very happy. As I speak to you, my governor is attending the Dubai Annual Investment Forum. And one of the key things he talked about yesterday in his address was tourism. He told that audience that Bayelsa has the longest coastline. And of course, coastal tourism, which brings us to blue tourism.
Which, don't jump the gun.
So government is talking about, by the way, in Dubai, about the tourism potential here. We have a very rich culture. We have very, nice beaches, pristine beaches, along the coastline. And of course, you need to see the beauty of the coastline, So we have the marine life, marine wildlife, We have 2 national parks for Bayelsa that they are recently approved by the president. You understand?
Fantastic.
One is a Koi Creek that is having is a home to the Niger Delta Columbus. It's a species of monkey. There's only
Fantastic.
found here in the world. And then we
Fantastic.
have another national park that is home to some species of chimpanzees, that you can't find, easily find anywhere in the world. Then talking about the kind of birds we have, name them, name them.
Fantastic. By
What is wonderful? Yes, please, Lord.
Fantastic, fantastic. Now let me quickly take you to another angle. The tourism impact, the development, the prospects, like you have shared with us, exist already worldwide. Do you feel that we are a special country or sector that sort of needs a special kind of rocket science approach, for us to be able to tap into the key things that are in tourism? Please share with us the opportunities that exist.
Yeah, we don't need the rocket science approach. Why? What is lacking? I'm in government, but what is lacking is the creation of awareness. We must go out there and tell the people in the village how they can create wealth through arts and crafts. How they can create wealth by organizing their community festivals. The community festivals are just there, they are just playing their drums, dancing wonderful dances, not looking at the commercial component of it. You understand? So what we need, what the ministries of culture and tourism should do across the country is to go to the grassroots, because the attractions are domiciled in the grassroots. You understand? So we need to go, we need to involve the local government chairman. We have, 770-something local government chairmen in this country, aside the development center that states created, like Bayelsa created. We need to go and then start the tourism campaign from the local government to the world level, to the community level. The traditional rulers have a lot of role to play. They are the custodians of our culture. But this awareness is not created. We must budget for it, spend money, and educate the people. Because, like I said recently, conservation education is very important.
Yeah.
We have to incorporate into our educational curriculum at the primary level. We don't need rocket science approach.
I like that. What would you say? Because with every state we have zonal offices of NTDC, we have different coordinating, sectors that are involved in tourism. What would you say the roles they will need to play? Because communities definitely, they have to showcase what they have, but you know that many of these things will not be able to do it without that empowerment from the local authorities. So what would you say to that?
First of all, I want to commend the NDDC new boss. Is going to, is coming with a zonal program. It's going from zone to zone to organize an enlightenment program. That is okay. But one advice I want to give, let him involve the state governors. Visit the state, meet the governors, get a roundtable for policy makers, particularly the House of Assembly members. They are the number one policy makers. Get the governors involved. Get tourism stakeholders involved. Let them pilot that, so that we cannot come and open their eyes to the tourism, to the tourism revenue that is just wasting there. You understand? So once the people understand conservation, they will not, in the worry when you're talking about, using their forest as national parks or state parks. What do they get in Western? Look at small countries like Gabon. They have a large, portion of their land, a forest reserve, and they are benefiting.
Fantastic.
So what is lacking for me is lack of awareness, and that is what I've been doing all this year as lone voice.
Fantastic. I think you have brought me again to another question I wanted to ask. Because of your wide travel, your involvement in other African countries on platforms that I have even been with you as well, and as a tourism enthusiast as well, for you, what would you say they are doing right that we still have to catch up on? Maybe related to some of the things you have said. Please share with us to encourage us.
Like I said, oil money has blindfolded us from looking the way of tourism. I was in Windhoek, the capital city of Namibia, and each of the hotels I went to, the resorts I went to, this person, at the counter as OND in one area of tourism or the other training. And those people, they rely on tourism as a source of revenue. And they are very serious about it. And they are showcasing, they are spending money to advertise their tourist sites. You understand? They budget for it. Here in Nigeria, you can hardly see government budgeting to market this site, even when they have been discovered by the private operators. Because when tourists are coming to this country, the benefit is coming to this country. Because tourism is one good thing that you can use to make your image. Today now it has become a diplomatic tool. Tourism has become a diplomatic tool. Look at what is happening in Ukraine. The World Travel Council, World Travel and Tourism Council is making decisions to pull out, from that country, looking away from it and all that. So tourism has become a diplomatic tool. And government must first of all budget money to promote their staff. Even when you have renovated them, if they are not promoted, people will not know.
Yeah.
And to promote, the ministries of tourism, the agencies have to be equipped with a sophisticated, modern equipment. Get the best of drones, get the best of cameras that can capture, wildlife, aquatic, wildlife, terrestrial, and what have you. If you are building a cultural display, let the cameras be the ones that can capture that will near the original, image out there. This is what these smaller countries out there are doing. We are not marketing our tourist sites as government. Rather, it's the private sector people that are going to discover. But marketing is what will bring us to the world and bring the world to Nigeria. Look at what the foreign media houses are doing. They are carrying our negative story. And the whole world has seen it from that perspective. Nothing good as if it were.
That's true. Very true. Wow, Piriye, I think you are definitely blowing our minds and making us realize what we still have to do, which is fantastic. That's the idea here, still creating that awareness and making it known what we are missing. With that said, I'm sure it's still going to dovetail into other things that we are talking about. I know you are also an advocate of kids and youth tourism. Please share with us why and what role you feel that schools, trainers, the curriculum perhaps need to include in order to play their own role and ensure that we involve this generation and preserve tourism. Please share with us.
Yeah, thank you very much. Research indicated that 90% of kids' activities are indoors in this jet age. Now, I am a promoter of a kids tourism. If you go to the tourism books, you can only find books that are talking about tourism for kids. Go to any tourism resort or facility. You either see special provisions for kids. So the kids have already been indirectly removed from the tourism agenda. And if we remove them from tourism agenda, which means that we are also depriving them from outdoor education. We're also depriving them from being friendly with nature, engaging with nature. And this will affect their, upbringing, their understanding, their worldview. So I am, as an advocate, of kids tourism. I represent Kids Tourism Ghana in Nigeria, and we are trying to push it beyond Ghana. So now we are working on Kids Tourism Africa. We're already in South Africa,
Fantastic.
now in Nigeria. So let's encourage our young people to engage with nature so that we can use that platform to promote conservation education.
Wow.
If we don't bring them up as young people and they become leaders tomorrow, they will cut off the remaining effort. Logging is going on now. So if our young people understand the meaning of conservation, then they will learn to plant more trees. Here we don't plant trees. Go to Kenya, other places. Every child is made to plant a tree. Every government official is made to plant a tree. Every man wants to plant a tree, because there they have high level of